Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing today? Get my camera straightened up here a little bit. How we doing out there, Periscope land? You guys rocking it? You killing it? You ready for the weekend? All right. Well, we'll get the party started here in just a minute. I'm going to fix my stand a little bit. There we go. Welcome, if you're just joining us, N-O before you go art. No before you go. There we go. Sorry about that. Gotcha, man, or lady, either way. Welcome to the call, whoever's just joining, or the Periscope. I'm still old school, guys. I'm living in the past. I'm still calling everything a call. I do that all the time, man. I got to start calling it a scope, right? So for all you cool kids out there. So if you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Brandon Simpson from winwithbrandonsimpson.com. And if you're just jumping on and you don't follow normally, if you're what I like to call a ghost follower, if you like the content that you see today, feel free to follow me. And we do this every Monday through Friday, home business tips and strategies at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, if you're just jumping on, you're probably wondering why you should even listen. And that's a very fair question. So welcome, Lena228228. Welcome. So I've been around in the direct sales industry almost all my adult life in one form, fashion, or the other. Specifically full-time in the network marketing space in the last 4 years full-time. But quite a bit of home business experience, except for the exception of just a very few years in the home business arena. So anyway, we're glad you're on here today. We're going to give you some great value. And as always, if you're a Periscope lover, follower, you hop on. If you get some value, feel free to throw some hearts out. Love getting those. I'm going for 10,000 hearts. So if you do feel some love, I'd love it, appreciate it if you throw some out, okay? Also, if you get some value, feel free to share it out to some of your other followers. We're going to be giving some very good generic home business and network marketing strategies and tips today, okay? So the one I wanted to cover with you today is one we've been kind of covering some principles all week. And this is another principle that I learned from a seven-figure earner. And that is, it's far more important to in your organization, the things you're not seeing are far more important than what you do see. So to clarify that a little bit, well, you see volume, right? And volume fluctuates, right? You see, at the end of the day, though, over time, it's going to tell you a lot, right? Well, sometimes when we're putting in all the work, we don't see the fruit of our labors, right? And I love this picture. I don't know if you saw it when you first came on. If you didn't, I'm going to flip the screen back around. I think this is such a great picture. What you can't see underneath. When that little seedling was sitting there growing, right? There's stacks of money underneath it. You just don't know it. It's like, the farmer planting the seed, right? We all have heard the parables and things of that nature, right? We've heard it from the Bible. We've heard it from Jim Rohn. We've heard it from lots of people, right? You can't reap before you sow, right? And it's the same thing in your organization. There's a lot of things. If you've got even a few hundred or, several dozen people in your organization, or maybe it's thousands or tens of thousands, there is so much going on underneath there that you can't see that. And I want to give you an example of some things this week. So when you start getting in a little bit of a rut, last year, I shared this last week, we hit a new leadership level in our company. And, it was one we've been striving for a while. And I thought we were going to hit it far quicker than we did. And we finally did. And we maintained that, but then we kind of slid back for a little bit for a while. And then I kind of got frustrated. And then we had a couple of leaders that, kind of incubated. Some went away and quit. They just kind of lost interest, whatever the case. And I couldn't figure it out. I go, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying to lead by example. I'm hitting new levels. Usually that's the way that you lead. But a lot of times the only way to really lead somebody is also to show them is to put some money in their pocket, right? So I started thinking, what can I do? I really got back to some simplicity stuff. So this week I'll show you. I do a lot of online marketing as well, and I do my Periscopes. I do daily videos. I do some Facebook stuff. Try to get some things out on as many channels as we can. Welcome, DEMIN, if you're just joining us there, underscore MISHA. How you doing today? And so I said, when you stall like that a little bit and you're shooting for bigger goals, you got to get back to what was working before. What's simplistic? And it doesn't matter if you're using online or offline strategies. Welcome, Organized Servant. How you doing today? So, Miss Valerie, welcome. It doesn't matter which strategies you use. I like to use a little bit of both. But when you get to that point, you got to get back to what was working for you before so you can grow. So my goal is in the next couple months to hit the next leadership level in our company, which would, be very nice. Very, very nice, actually. So thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. And, it would be a life-changing income thing for our family. So I said, what was working for me when we were really just cranking it? And we kind of got away from some things. What was really working? So, and I know most people don't want to talk about this, but I want to go back to just some of the simplistic things. So I went through my entire, and I haven't even got through the entire organization, but I just started on actually one little leg. Actually, one little leg of one little leg, if you know what I'm saying. So I went down and found a leader within one leg. And I was just started making names, okay? And I started doing sheets. I started just writing their names out, started kind of mapping it out, the areas that they were in. And these were mostly people that were, most of these people were 3, 4, 5, 6 levels away. And some even, maybe a little bit further than that. So I just went down in there into one leg of business that we done real well in. And I wanted to really build that out to create, this one's a very solid one. Chances are it probably won't ever go away because we've been working on it for 4 years. But I really wanted to cement that because we were talking about a legacy the other day. And we talked about working for our last name and not our first name. Well, to do that, you got to drive some massive depth in certain legs, right? So I went through there. I looked at all these key leaders that were incubating right now. Who was incubating but had a lot of potential. And the best way to reignite them is the fire burns from below, right? So you want to dig down deep. You want to go down to the bottom of your organization. So the problem a lot of people make sometimes, or the mistake they make is they go within that leader sometimes, and sometimes that leader is not ready to move. So how do you get a leader back moving? Well, you give them a reason they can't leave. So you dig down to the bottom. You find somebody that's ready to run. You go and put in a few dozen or a few hundred customers underneath them. Now they've got a lot more to lose, right? So that's what we've been working on this week. And I just wanted to show you that because I think it's pretty critical when you get to a point and you're stuck and you're not going to the next level, get back to what was working. So we did all our normal marketing stuff. We spent a few hours every day this week doing online marketing stuff. But on Monday, I did 39 dials. I didn't talk to even half those people. I left some messages and all that. So I didn't even get to talk to half of them. And then on Tuesday, I think we made 37 dials. And then it was, I guess I got a little lazier than the week. 30 on Wednesday. 23. I'm only up to 12 today. I had some meetings this morning, so I'm a little bit behind. But you can see from that's averaging, except for today, around 30 or so dials in a day. And we're connecting with, probably having genuine conversations with about a third of them, leaving messages for others. But I've already booked tons of meetings off this already. And the cool part is most of these people that I was talking to, most were just customers, or they were just distributors that really weren't building, but they had 5 or 10 customers. They were buying, a fair amount of product on a monthly basis, so I know they weren't just using it all. They had a few retail customers. So I went to each of them, and just told them, hey, I'm doing a promo for you guys. I'm offering some free product for some people that want to, host a few meetings, whatever. And it was an investment I wanted to make in my team. And we just started booking meetings like crazy off of that. So sometimes you got to get back to what works when you're in a little bit of a slump. And I'm like, I don't want to do that forever. I don't want to beat the bushes forever. And I'm sure some of you, is that true? Anybody on here not want to go out there and knock and beat the bushes forever? Right? We're getting some hearts on that, right? I don't either. But sometimes this is the way you keep from beating the bushes forever. Because my whole focus was, this wasn't about recruiting distributors, even though there'll be some that come from this. The goal was to build a massive amount of retail customers that come off this. You know, if you have a residual product that people use up, you know, very easily, I don't care what that product is, you know, and it's something they may order without you reminding them, especially if you've got a product in your organization like that. Man, you've got a gold mine sitting under you, I promise you. So if you can do that, because customers don't quit, and you may think, you know, you don't need a lot of people. You know, you got people that have 10 customers. It doesn't take a lot of distributors that have 10 customers each, honestly, to build a nice residual for you for the rest of your life. Okay? So that was my tip today. Sometimes is what you don't see underneath. I wasn't seeing some of the volume that was, you know, I was sitting there going, wow, why are we stuck? But when you really see what's underneath and you get down and you dig what's in there, there's a lot of stuff down in there that you don't even know what's going on. You don't have any idea what's going on. So that's my encouragement today, guys. If you've got anybody in your organization at all, start digging down in there if you haven't met. Like most of these people, I never met them, never talked to them, never ever had a conversation with them before. But reach out to them, tell them you're there to help them, and hey, you just never know what's going to happen from there. So, guys, I appreciate you today, and thank you so much for the hearts, whoever's given those, and maybe it was Miss Valerie, maybe it's someone else, I'm not sure, but I appreciate you, the kid Frankie. Welcome if you're just joining us, and I appreciate all that. If you did get some value, feel free to share this out at the end. There's another little tip here. Whenever you're doing periscopes for your group or whoever, you know, hello from Paris. Wow, I love Paris. Me and my wife, we went there, I guess five years ago. Hey, organized servant, thank you. Yeah, I love Paris. We were there, 5 years ago. I think my wife was, no, it was actually about over 6 years ago. My wife was pregnant. Oh, Paris, Kentucky. Awesome. You're right down the road from me. Either way. Hey, I've been there a lot too. Awesome. Well, that's cool. Hey, I've got somebody in my backyard. I'm just a few minutes down the road from you. Either way, both Parises are very cool. One's got a lot of cool horse farms, and the other's got a big tall tower and a lot of cool art. So, awesome. Thank you guys for being on here today. And if you like this type of training, we do this every Monday through Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And also, if you want some more training, you can go over to winwithbrandonsimpson.com. And I'll see if I can pop it up on the screen, or if someone doesn't mind to do that. winwithbrandonsimpson.com if you want to type that in. But I'm just going to go ahead and flip the screen around here. And I just put up a new section on there. There's actually a gold nugget section at the top. Thank you so much, Miss Valerie. Thank you very much. And I put a new training section at the top, gold nuggets, and I'm going to be storing some of our past Periscope trainings. So if you like this right here, I've just got a few that I've loaded on there right now. But I'm going to constantly be adding those on there as well. And there's also a 19-minute video at the top. If you like that type of training, you like this, you can enter your information in there, and I'll get you a 19-minute video that shows what all people online, if they're making 6 figures online, this is the exact strategy and what they're doing, okay? So we really appreciate you all being on here today, and take care, and I hope you have a great and blessed weekend.